Hey everybody, it's Amanda with Sugar Bees. Welcome back. Um, my old heat press, which was my Blue Ox from US Cutter, got it in January of 2017. Um, well, this past Christmas, the last order I pressed for Christmas, um, it completely shut down on me. Come to find out, there was a bad connection within the plug, and it didn't fry any other components. It just melted the hot wires, or the power wires. But a friend of mine is an electrician and was able to replace it for me. We got a new plug, a new female and male in, and he replaced those wires for me. Worked good up until this past week, where I think the thermostat went out. So I just took that as a sign from above that, okay, it's time to let her go. She's been good to me. But unfortunately they discontinued this model, so we had to go with another option. And right now it's kind of a slow season, so we're not trying to spend a bunch of money on the press. So we got a temporary fix for the moment, and it may be permanent. But this will definitely be a backup to our future press. Hopefully, we're looking at the Endura presses from, I believe that was Sign Warehouse. I was really impressed with the reviews on those, so we may upgrade to that. We may just continue with this one. But right now, this was budget friendly, and I just need it to open, close, and get hot, and be able to adjust the pressure. So let's get this one moved out of the way, and then we'll unbox this bad boy, and I'll tell you all about it. Okay. All right, now flip you around here. All right. May need to lift you up a little bit. And I got a new tripod in ring light, so you guys can. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. It just, my screen kind of froze. All right, let me tilt the light down here. I was saying I got a new ring light and phone mount, so, and I record with my phone. This press is from Fancierstudio, as you can see right here. Let me come up a little bit more. If not, I'm cutting the top of my head off. This press is from Fancierstudio. I paid $179 for it. It's a 15 by 15 clamshell. And I got it off of Amazon. I did get the extended warranty with it, and I believe it was $6.99, and it's, according to the description, it seemed to cover a lot. So they just delivered it. So let's get this open. In my Blue Ox from US Cutter, it was great. And I don't think, I may have paid a little bit more for it, but not much more than this. I mean, definitely the Hot Tronics would be the granddaddy of them all, but it's just not in the budget right now. And I don't even know if my breaker would hold the power of that. And I'll just, let's see if we can bring it in a little bit more here. I'm really loving this tripod, by the way. Okay. Okay, here's the press itself. It is I don't even think they had a name for this. I just think it was Fancierstudio's brand. I'm a little bit I'm not worried. But a friend of mine, Kelly, who does the same thing that I do, as far as apparel decoration, she ordered one of these presses, and had issues where it wasn't assembled properly. So there was no spring action on this lever when you lifted the press up. So you had to manually lift it up and close it. Manually lift up. It was, and this is a lot of weight. This plating is pretty heavy. So if you're doing, quite a few shirts or garments or whatever you're doing, I mean, to sit here and lift this plating up constantly, man, your arm would be killing you by the end of the day. But she did return it, didn't have any issues. They sent her another one. She had an issue with that one. And I think they refunded and she progressed towards another brand. That part of the story, Amanda didn't listen to. Because I'm hard-headed. I didn't hear that part. But I'm hoping I don't have any issues with this. Hopefully everything will go smoothly. It's basically the same as my old press, and I'll show you that. Okay. Yeah, Kelly is with Pookie and Belle. You can read her comments down below about her experiences with Fancier Press. So let's take this out of the box, Kelly, and see how this bad boy is going to do. So I'm hoping Jay's upstairs. I lug this thing. Jay's my husband. But I lug this thing downstairs by myself. All right. Ooh. Hold on. Jamie! Dos hands, por favor! I need your help. Not Boudreaux's help. Not your help.
That's it, Boudreaux.
Well, I'm trying to do my live video here, but I can't get the bad boy out of the box. I got it all the way down here. You can lift up. You smell nice.
Thank you.
Come on, man. There. Okay. All right. Oh, just take it over here to. Well, Bubba. You want to take the plastic off first, you think?
Yeah, because it goes on there.
All right. Okay. All right.
Rip that off.
Okay. Yeah, that looks smaller compared
It
to.
does.
Why does it look so much smaller? It's a Teflon sheet. It does come with a Teflon sheet. Oh, Jay, you're not going to try to.
No, same size.
Plating's the same size. What's the difference? I think it just set up higher. Maybe it sits higher.
I don't know.
Ooh, that's odd.
Was it glued down?
Yeah, the mat, the pressure mat, what I call it, is glued to the bottom plate, which that's fine. But that's odd. But I didn't like that one sliding around all the time on my old one, so I mean we're good. All right, let's.
Hey, girl. Come on, girl.
Oh, we're already on. Okay. All right, let's turn it on and heat it up. That's a huge mat. Maybe that's more than one. Maybe. And we're reading in Fahrenheit too. Awesome. My old press only read in Celsius, so trying to use that noggin every time to get the right temperature. I'm just gonna. Oh. Okay, I'm not a welder. Not at the moment, Jason, but I will be in contact with you as soon as I do, love. The customer I was shopping for the daycare for those plastisol transfers, how do you explain this? Her eyes were bigger than her pocketbook. So, we're on hold with that for right now. This is slow season for me right now. And I would imagine most people. So we're going to let that heat up. Like I said, the price point wasn't bad. Was able to get it on Prime, so I ordered it Saturday and it arrived today. Odd thing though, it wasn't a Prime truck that delivered. It was actual like Ryder box truck. It was odd. Oh yeah, Kelly, you do. Pookie and Belle needs to reach out to Jason. Oh, we're heating up pretty quick. Nothing weird thus far. Let's see here. I'm gonna, supposedly with this new tripod, I can put you down on the floor and you can have a better view. Okay. Okay, maybe that's a little too low, I think. A little too low. Okay. I'll just hold you up. Everything looks nice, but I am noticing a little dent right here on the panel, on the thermostat readout. I mean, it's cosmetic. But the other thing is, let me see if I can get you around here, is look at the welds. Look at the welds on this thing. I'm going to melt my jacket. The welds, I mean, I'm no welder, but my husband is a body man, so he does weld on a daily basis. But, yowza. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Got your pressure knob on top. Like I said, comes with a regular mat. Little cosmetic nick there on the top plating. I think that's what it is. On my old machine, the top plating is fairly thick. But it could be that on this one, it's encased more inside the metal here than my old one. That could be the issue. You know, it just makes it look. But other than that, I'm going to unroll this Teflon sheet because I want to lower that plate a couple of times just to see. It's a huge Teflon sheet. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like it's going to be way big. Maybe it's a couple of them in here. I don't know what's the temperature set on. 284. Well, that's fine for right now. Nope. My lord. That's a really large sheet. I mean, in comparison to my, oh, you look. But okay. Whew. That smell, you know, like when you get a new pot or something, or cooking pot. But, I mean, it's nothing fancy to it. I mean, it says Fancierstudio, but it's really nothing to it. You got your manual down. And you got your spring to help you open it and release it. It's not automatic. It's got your digital readout for your temperature and your timer. It came with a nice little Teflon sheet. I don't get the mat being laid down, but I mean, that's cool. That's fine. You know what I might do is just I'm going to take the old press to the scrapyard because, I mean, I tried to deal with it, sell it before when it was broken, and it was just a madhouse because people wouldn't read the description that it had an issue. And they were like, oh, I want to come pick it up now. And I'm like, hold on. You know, did you read the description? Do you know there's something wrong with it before you purchase this? Because one, I didn't want them to come back on me. And two, most people around here work out of their home as well. And I did not want to be responsible for any damage it may have caused to their home, you know. But at that point, it wouldn't turn on. And I didn't want them to drive all the way over here. Oh, it doesn't work. I told you that. I told you that. But that's okay. That's okay. Let me see if we can... I mean, that's a little, maybe I can switch it out. I mean, it's flowing pretty easily. I just keep smelling this weird smell. But I think it's just new plating. So, ooh, damn, that's hot. I'm gonna let it stay on for a little bit. Yeah, I mean, the temperature's cranked up already, Kelly, so we're gonna, or Pookie and Belle, we're just gonna let it stay on for a little while, probably about half an hour, 45 minutes, and let it cook that stuff off. But like I said, folks, this is from Fancierstudio on Amazon, $179, clamshell, 15 by 15 inch press, no frills. It's got your basics, what you need to get by. At this point, I recommend it, but please read the comments below to get a sound review of it, because my experience may not be the same as the next person's. But so far, we're okay. But like I said, I just got this today. I just unboxed it today. So as we go along and progress and I've used it more, then we'll, actually I do have something to press. I do. Okay, these are some samples that Gulfside Transfers sent me out of Florida. So we're going to press these. Let me find, did I keep the instructions out? No. These are just sample shirts, so I really don't care, you know. And these are hot peel transfers. And I believe it's a pre-press for 3 seconds. And then we press for 10 at heavy pressure. Or excuse me, 8 at heavy pressure. And now that I have my new press working, then I can do an actual review on these. I have a few more of these. So, all right. And actually, I think, my word. Okay, so y'all, I don't know what's happening. I woke up yesterday, Uverse was completely down, to the point where I had to restart everything in this house. So, but we're going to test this out. I think we're to the temperature we need to be at. But we're going to use these samples that Gulfside Heat Transfers sent me. These are their hot peel transfers. They sent me 2 different kinds, but we're going to do that in a later review. Okay. But, okay, actually I was wrong. We've got to bump the press up to 365. So we're at 320. We need to go up to 365. Okay. All right, we're at 321. It shouldn't take long. Because Pookie and Bell, it's so cold in Minnesota, nothing wants to work. But we're just going to wait for these the press to heat up. So you press these at 365. They ask you to do a pre-press of 3 seconds. Heavy pressure. If you're using automatic pressure, they recommend 50 to 60 psi. Press for 8 seconds, and then it's hot peel. And prices are on their website. I mean, they're about the same as most. I think they're a smaller company. But I didn't see any offer of full color. And mostly when I'm using transfers, I'm wanting full color. Something that I can't do with vinyl. But from what I'm seeing, and I can't find any other information to lead me in another direction, but it looks like they're only doing up to 6 colors. So, and I had to print this price sheet off. So, we're getting there, folks. We're getting there. So, we're at 355. We got 10 more degrees to get up to. And then I'll press for 3 seconds again. Okay, obviously I'm not going to do any more live videos on here. Not with my phone anyway. I'll do it with my camera or my iPad. Because this locking up and freezing, it just isn't cutting it. So, it's still burning off that Teflon, or the Teflon coating. It's still burning off the excess. You can smell it. No smoke or anything though, so. Like I said, there's like one little blemish on the digital readout back here. All right, we're at 365. So we're going to do a pre-press of 3 seconds at heavy pressure. And I think I did too long. Ooh. Ooh, that's a little tight. It may have already. Ah! Did you know why, Amanda? You already did the pre-press. All right, let's hit it for 8 seconds, and then we'll peel it. Okay. Like I said, it's a hot peel. Come on. Ew. Ew. Okay, aside from the bad transfer, and it could have been me. It could have been me, but the press works. The transfers don't. And like I said, I'll do a full review on these. go. Thank you, Jason. Yeah. I mean, I don't feel like the plating floating around to where, as I would think, I wouldn't get even pressure. But here's the thing. I tried one of these transfers last week before my old press went out. There's a lot of cracking. What in the... Okay. Check that out. I don't know if you guys can see it. I mean, it feels warm up there. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. What I'm thinking, so I tried these last week with the same type, and then we're getting off on another tangent. Yeah, this didn't have a floating plating. Remember Pookie and Bell when we were talking about the Endura presses, how their platings, the bottom plating floated to equalize pressure? Sheila, these transfers came from Gulfside Heat Transfers. So, and nothing against them. I don't want to say, the last one I did cracked with my old press, and it did have a floating plating. So I don't know if maybe I don't know what the shelf life is of a transfer. Jason, if you're still on here, what is the shelf life of a plastisol transfer? So maybe we can roll out press and such. I'm trying to make sure I don't burn my jacket. It's nylon. But I'm wondering if maybe the transfers, they put these sample packets together and set them aside, just, you know, so they're ready to ship out as they go. I'm sure they don't print these fresh every time. But I'm just wondering, is that what's it? The temp says one thing and the plastisol won't come off completely. Okay. The way it melted, it leads me to believe maybe it's too much heat. So, Jason, did you see the transfer? How it kind of at first didn't tack down to the shirt, and then when I did the second press, it kind of melted. Did you see that portion? What would you? I'm relying on your expertise. Tell you one thing, it left some residue on my top plating, but I will take the iron cleaner and get that off. This is what it did, Jason. I don't know if you were frozen at the time. That is with the Teflon sheet over the top. I don't want to get off on a tangent on this too much because I just wanted to get on here and do a review about the press. But so far, so good. I just don't know. I mean, it did this in the same exact spot on the other transfer. And I mean, in the same exact spot. And that was with my old press. It wasn't when I just got this one today, so it wasn't with this one. So, matter of fact, look. This shirt's already trashed, so we'll use another one of these on the top. Let's see. Okay, same type of transfer. Let's pre-press for 3 seconds. All right. And then I'm going to bump this down to 8 seconds. It was set on 10, but we can do 8. All right, and we're hot peel. Still the same situation here. Let me try to come in from another side. I know you're not supposed to do this, but I got to get this thing to release. Just going to hit it for another few seconds. It's some more. Look at this. The one I used, Jason, these two, they had a soft touch to them. Now these they say are from the same batch, the hot peel batch. They have a rough texture to them. My temperature is at 365, which is what they stated according to their directions. 365 to 375, pre-press for 3 seconds, heavy pressure, which I am, and press the transfer itself for 8 seconds. And hot peel. But we have a lot of see, it's raise the heat. Okay, so I'm going to max it out at the temperature that they were talking about, 375. Okay. Try not to get these mixed up. Yeah. Okay, it's at 375, but I'm going to let it sit here and heat up more because I know it didn't jump up to that temperature that quick. Let me get this other press out of the way before someone trips. Ugh. one of the hot peel transfers. Jason's had me bump the temperature up to 375. Do a pre-press of 3 seconds. Put our transfer on. Then we're going to hit it for 8 at 375. Heavy pressure. All right. All right, let's see how this one feels. Okay. This one turned out nice, but Jason, you were talking about, did this one have a rougher texture? And my answer is yes, as opposed to these had a smooth texture. And this come out very nice. So it could be like Jason was mentioning, it's a different adhesive. So yeah, explain that to us, Jason, if you would, down in the comments. What's the difference? No. We have lifting. We have it. Trying to. Yeah, we have some lifting. Matter of fact, I could probably. Yep, I can peel it right off. Let's see if it makes a difference. We hit it with some more heat. Woo, that's hot. Let me see. Looks like the second press after I lifted the carrier off, that it took care of those strays that were sticking up. But there's still some that were lifting that didn't press back down in place. Let's see. Stretch it. Stretching fine. It's not. So people are saying we're either applying too much pressure. It says heavy pressure. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want them to send me directions and then I have to sit and tinker and figure out what's the correct way to finesse these things. I don't know about you. I mean, I know presses are going to be different, but like I said, if I have to sit here and decipher the code to use your transfers, it's not worth my time, because then I'm taking more chances ruining shirts. So I would say in a situation like this, maybe order some extra transfers. Yeah, that's what I was just saying, Jason. You know, every press is different. You know, some may, you know, I don't know how it's like cooking on an electric stove as opposed to cooking on a gas stove. Everything, you know, cooks at different temperatures, you know. I don't know how to explain that where I make sense. It makes sense in my head, but when it comes out of my mouth, it probably won't make sense to you. But yeah, I would say with anyone, if you've never used these transfers before, get some extras and try them out on your press to see how they're going to work. Jason says take a design and cut it up into 4 to 8 pieces. You don't waste as much bunch of prints on shirts. That's true. That is a great idea. I do have some extras left in them. I have I have one more of these hot peels left, but it seems like on these, on the one I just did, I would probably say I need to increase the time. Seems like the pressure is great, but we need to increase the time. Because we still had a little bit of lifting, but not as much as we did on the back. I mean, but it has a nice, the part that did press, it has a nice feel to it. Still a little bit of cracking when you stretch it. But I'll get deeper into this when I cook all this stuff off my press, and we've got it left some residue on my transfer. Usually with stuff like this, I use like a parchment paper or cover sheet, but I forgot to pick up more parchment paper while I was out. I usually grab the sheets of parchment paper just like at Walmart or Sam's or something, to try to keep my press looking nice. It did leave some residue on my plating, so I'm just going to use my iron cleaner and clean that off. I think in the rush to press stuff, I may have I don't know what happened. You know, that really doesn't make any sense because it was covered up with a cover sheet. But Jesus. But not condemning Gulfside, not giving you a bad review, just saying it's going to take some tinkering with. So we will do a full review on this. Maybe later on tonight, maybe I'll go live and see what this is. We'll do like Jason said. We'll take this transfer. Yeah. I agree with that, Matt. And like I said, the Hotronics, the Geonite, it just wasn't an option on the table right now because I'd sink some money into my old press and other stuff that had broke this year. So, and another thing, I was talking to my electrician about it. We don't know with the nicer, the Hot Fusion, the Hotronics press, if we're going to have to expand this breaker box up here. I've got a lot of stuff plugged in this basement. And he's getting a little worried, and so I am too. I'm scared to add any other large piece of equipment. But so far, so good. I like the press. It's nothing fancy to it. It's your basic press. So if you're just starting out and need something like this, thus far, within the past, 45 minutes we've been online, I don't have any complaints about it. But as far as these transfers, maybe we'll get back online tonight and do some more of these. Jason, I would love if you could send me a sample of some of your transfers. I would love to try them. Pookie and Belle is my bestest friend, and we're always looking for someone to print our transfers for us. And a more cost-efficient way and an easier way to order. Somebody that we can talk to one-on-one about our order. Nothing against Transfer Express or F&M or VersaTrans. Nothing against any of those. I just like being able to talk one-on-one. I'm the same way with my digitizer for embroidery. I like to be able to talk directly to someone. I'll definitely hit you up, Jason. And don't ask Pookie and Belle about F&M because she's not going to give you. I'm just kidding. But no, Pookie and Belle will more than likely do a review. I like that, Jason. Pookie and Belle's a one-man staff, and so is Sugar Bees here. I have the kids help me out every once in a while. Well, my daughter has no interest, but some of her friends like to come over and help out every once in a while. But we're a one-man show around here, and I like it that way. I don't have the overhead of a shop. I have to pay for a place to live, so, you know, my rent's already paid through the mortgage. But in case you don't know, we have started another page, and we're going to start uploading those videos here soon to the Crafty and Creative page, which is a page that is hosted by myself and Kelly Bell, owner of Pookie and Bell. So look for those videos too. She's going to be doing a review on F&M transfers, as I I'm reading the comments, this Sunday. I was supposed to upload my video Sunday, but my press didn't arrive until today. But we're going to be posting on both our business channels as well as that main channel, Crafty and Creative. We're going to try to upload at least one video per week on each of our business channels and our shared channel. So if there's anything that you want to see that, maybe no one else has done yet, just let us know, and we will try our best to produce that for you. But so far so good. Like I said, I got it off Amazon. It's a Fancierstudio brand, no frills press for $179. Ordered it through Prime, so there was no shipping. But yeah, can't complain. I mean, it is what it is. Until we can upgrade to that Hotronix, the fancier is going to have to be, Oh, thank you, Matt. Thank you. And I'm sorry it looks so rough today, but it is cold and nasty here in Georgia. Probably so, Jason. Probably so. But I think all of them are produced in China. Oh, yeah. You and Pookie and Belle got a lot, Jason, to relate to. I think she got 10 inches last night, and her husband's a snowplower, part-time as well. So, yeah, we're expecting floods here in Georgia. How's this ring light working out? Is it better or is it worse? So we can change the color. Oh, I turned it off. Ah. Nope, there it is. Oh, no. No, we don't leave these plugged in anymore. No. Actually, the old press, when my electrician was looking at it, and I'll show it to you. I can flip you guys around. I'll show you my old press. Let's move this out of the way. And you see it. Okay. This is my old press. I got this from US Cutter, like I said, in 2017. This was a good press. I really can't complain about it too much. But now, keep in mind, this plug has been upgraded from the standard plug that came with it to a hospital grade plug. You put this on there for me. It's heavier duty, but it did not have a good tight fit. This right here, it did not fit in here snugly. So what happened is it caused a short. That short, right, all the power wires inside of there. Well, like I said, my electrician, yeah, Kelly, stop doing that. But, what had happened was it was supposed to short out the fuse before it melted those wires. Luckily, nothing caught on fire, but the fuse didn't do its job. The fuse was supposed to blow and shut it down. Well, it didn't do that. Instead, it melted those power source wires. Luckily, it didn't fry anything else at that time. And Jason, my electrician, came in and fixed everything. But last week when I was using it, it would not get above 26 degrees. So I knew at that point, thermostat's gone. But he did mention, he asked me 2 questions. He said, do you have this plugged into a power strip? And at that time I did, yes. I had it plugged into an industrial power surger. That is a no-no, according to this licensed electrician that I've known for years. The second thing is, never leave these presses plugged in. He said they're still pulling a small amount of power, and you will notice the difference on your electrical bill. 2, it's not safe. It is not safe. So, 2 words to the wise that I have taken to heart. I will not leave this thing plugged in anymore, and we will not be plugging this into a power strip. It has its own dedicated power source now. I did have to move it out from the basement to the garage, but that's okay too. So we're going to take this one down to scrap metal. Yeah. I mean, I don't disagree, Jason. I don't disagree. Just right at this moment, I've had to spend out a lot of money, and oh, those are the Endura presses from Heat Press Nation. The Endura press. I mean, and me and Kelly both agreed that they both look like they mimic the Hottronics presses. It's just cosmetically. I don't know if their functionality is the same as the Hottronics, but we shall see. How do I want to put this on the stove? Wonder how much scrap I can get for this thing. I don't even know if the scrap yard's open today. It's a hell of a paperweight, I know that. See, the interchangeable platings has never been something that I've required because, like I said, I don't slide my shirts over the plate. I float them on top of the plate. It's just, I'm always scared, one, of getting lubricant on it from the back of the machine. And, sorry, I'm reading the comments. See, I just use my Teflon pillow for sleeves and such. I have another one of these 4 sleeves somewhere. But I couldn't justify needing the interchangeable platings. You know, this may make me sound cheap, you know, buying this $179 press. I paid $200 for this one and got almost 3 years out of it. So, I mean, I can't complain. But I'm not gonna spend all of my capital, all of my working money, I mean, every bit on it, on a machine. Okay, maybe this does make me sound, I can't wipe myself out and not have any working capital, period. It was the act of God that all of this stuff broke at once and I had to replace it. It's just that it's the nature of the business. It's the nature of being a small businessman, you know, there's nothing you can do about it. So this one will hold me off until how do I get my customers? And then how do I advertise? Or I mean, most of my customers, as far as their designs, they bring their designs to me and I vector them. There are very few that come to me and want me to design something from scratch for them. Usually they've seen something online, Etsy, what have you, and they want to recreate it. But here's the thing, I never, and Kelly will tell you this as well, I never exactly recreate somebody else's work. May bring me a picture, but something in that design is going to be different because I'm not going to completely copy somebody else's work. So, But yeah, I would say at this point, most of my work is embroidery. And I'm not complaining about that. I have so much competition in this area as far as screen print, as far as vinyl. There's just so much in this area, but I don't have that much competition with embroidery. Yeah. Kelly does a lot of one-offs. I've been lucky enough where, I mean, I have done them, but it's been far and few between as far as designing from scratch. Yes. And in case you didn't know, Atlanta is full of nuts. They are just full of nuts. She's from that Minnesota. Yeah, you're not missing much, Jason. I hope your visit every visit you had was nice. To be honest with you, I went to Atlanta for the first time since 2007 this past Saturday. Nobody that lives here is from here, if that makes any sense. Everybody is a transplant, as we call them. I'm from Mississippi. My husband is from Louisville, Kentucky. There are a handful of people that are here that are actually born and raised here. There's just a handful of people. Everybody else, I don't know. We had this mad spike of people moving here. Yeah. Yeah, I get you. No comment, Jason. No comment. But yeah. All right, folks. Well, I'm going to get this bad boy loaded up and get it out of the way before I get my shins on it. Yes, I might get to meet Kelly's husband. He's promised spooning for me. But, okay, folks, I'm going to get this one in the back of the truck. Hopefully not hurt myself. And get it taken over to the scrapyard because I'm not doing anything else with it. I'm not sinking any more money into it. Scrapyard may or may not be closed, so we just may push it over to the garage door. But I'm going to get this other press shut down and unplugged. I'm out of iron cleaner to clean that plate, so I've got to go get some of that. Oh, goodness. And I got to take the kid to work. So until maybe tonight, hopefully, check back with me. Just be sure to hit the like and subscribe button down below. And to hit the alert bell, because I never know when I'm coming on. I just may feel like talking at the moment, spur of the moment, and just go live. You never know. So hit that alert bell. So click subscribe, and then right up to the side, there's that little bell. Click on that too. So until next time, toodles.